Well, tax time is right around the corner, and with today being that first day of March, we thought it might be a good time to go over some important information before you file this year. As we know, 2020 was definitely a different year. Joining us this morning to give us some tips is Robin Wininger with Liberty Tax Service. And Robin, thank you so much for coming back and seeing us.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
We talked a couple months ago, but I think everybody wasn't really in the mood yet for tax time. So we wanted to bring you back now that people are really looking at that April 15th, and right away we were talking about kind of some rumors on whether or not they might extend it like they did last year.
Right. The only place that has been extended that we know of right now is Texas because of all the bad weather that they had. So they considered it a natural disaster. So they have longer time to file, but right now everyone else is still April 15th.
So April 15th, and one of the things that you talked about that was really important for people to consider is unemployment.
Yes, folks need to realize that unemployment is taxable. So if you had any unemployment on your taxes last year, even just a few dollars, make sure that you bring that in because it is important that you file every amount of income on your taxes, and that can help you with if you haven't got your stimulus, those kinds of things. So very important.
So clearing that up, and then you mentioned stimulus, and of course that's something that a lot of people were thinking about as well.
Yes, there were two different stimuluses last year, and there are a lot of folks that are still just now receiving that second stimulus. So if you have not received it, you can come in and file a stimulus-only return to see if the IRS can check and see where your stimulus is. So that's important also.
Some people still have not gotten that second check.
Right. Some people have not. The majority have, and we have filed some stimulus only early, and those stimulus payments are starting to come back now. So that's a good thing.
That's a positive thing. Yes. And then looking ahead, you said there's some other things too important to note for a lot of people.
Yes, for the earned income credit, which I talked about the last time we were here, that it could affect the amount that you get back. Also, they are doing a look back. The IRS is doing a look back at 2019's earned income credit as well as 2020's earned income credit, and they are taking the higher of the two so you get more money back. So that's a good thing.
That's kind of nice, isn't it?
It is. It is.
They've done a few things this year, and I think they're a little bit more flexible maybe than...
They are. They're trying really hard because they started late this year. They didn't start accepting returns until February the 12th, and so it was delayed, but there seems to be, for the majority, getting those refunds back a little quicker than normal because the average wait time is 21 days after your return has been accepted by the IRS, but we are seeing some folks getting their refunds sooner than 21 days. So that's a good thing.
That is kind of nice.
It is a good thing.
And then for those that are investing, you said there's some differences there too.
There is. Because of the coronavirus last year, there are some favorable tax credits and ways that they can deal with money taken out of 401ks and IRAs due to layoffs or contracting the coronavirus in your family. So when you bring that in, make sure that if you did any kind of withdrawal from your IRA or 401k and it was coronavirus related, we want to make sure that we get that on your tax return as well so that you can get that favorable tax treatment from the IRS.
So it sounds like there are definitely some differences that you might be able to benefit from.
Correct.
If you just go in knowing. So your advice to someone who is still kind of pulling all of their information together as they're kind of looking at this year?
Well, make sure that you have all of your income, whether that be earned income or whether that be income due to unemployment. If you're self-employed, make sure you bring all of that income in. And also, if you are self-employed, make sure you have all of your expenses so that we can get an accurate account for the IRS, because that's very, very important. And of course, as always with children, you want to bring in that verification that the children lived with you all year so you can get those tax credits as well. Very, very important.
Gosh, lots of good information as we enter into tax season. Great to have you on the show. Thank you so much, Robin.
Thank you.
We're going to give everybody her information. If you would like some help, of course, Liberty Tax Service, there is some information right there, and you can always check out their website as well for more. We'll be right back.